Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to episode 6 of this Let's Play Europa Universalis 4 as the custom nation of Brancaster in the scenario which I basically built, which is the 24 custom casters, or casters, and I keep pressing the wrong buttons. Just been playing Prophecy of Pendor and I've still got those hotkeys in mind. Right, so in the previous episode we were fighting against Plock. We quite decisively defeated them actually with the assistance of our allies in Polcaster. I've just noticed that Huncaster has also been growing quite significantly. They've taken over the entirety of the Gold Horde. We are now rivals with the Musk Horde. Suzdal has also grown. In fact, they seem to have divided Gold Horde between them. We are basically trying to recover from the war now. We don't have that much recovery to do, mostly in terms of manpower and then rebuilding our army, which we can now expand very slightly. And also we have some cores to do, but we need to wait on those cores because we have war exhaustion. The more war exhaustion that we have, the more expensive the cores are to produce. In fact, it's really quite a big difference. Every point of war exhaustion giving roughly 3 points of 3% increase. So we'll basically let war exhaustion burn down for a while, which just takes time. And a whole load of rivals have just changed, as always happens when you reload a save. So Oblastit's no longer considered us a rival. Jutcaster no longer... Oh, Northerncaster. Really? That's kind of surprising. Even out Scania instead. And Hullcaster has made us a rival. So, economic embargoes incoming. Which is annoying because they're quite strong trade. We have a request for military access from Zemplin. You are trying to divide up Plock, so no, I'm not going to give you that because I actually want Plock for myself, eventually. Nope. Prussia, you're a rival. Come on. We can no longer claim that Magdeburg is a rightful claim. That's unfortunate because Magdeburg has not actually been taken yet. You have no allies. Really? Oh, that's just so tempting. Wow. How are my vassals doing right now? My vassals are good. And they're going to get even better as we core those things, as the difference in economic size increases. Nobles ally with a foreign power. How dare you? So we can lose some prestige, and the nobles will gain loyalty, which they don't need particularly much. Don't really want to do that, nor that. We would like to demand diplomatic support, though, from the Burkers, which will knock us down to 30. We can't do the economic charters until, well, 9 years. Why did I not demand diplomatic support when I did that? Come back to that in a moment. So we can lose 10 loyalty. That is totally fine. That does not make you dangerous. Neumark has insulted us. How dare you? You're my vassal. What are you going to do about that? We are waiting for enough military power to get the next technology level, so we don't want to get the next idea. Although it is quite a nice one, national manpower plus 25%. More manpower is always good, particularly for a nation like ours. Okay, so we can... Okay, these are all bad because our war exhaustion is so high. What is our unrest like? It's probably quite bad. Yes, it is. Mostly because of the war exhaustion. Legitimacy offsets it a tiny bit. But, how long is this for? 5 years. We'll take the manpower hit for 5 years. We have strong allies, which will, I'm sure, stand for us if any problems occur. Losing a CB against Neumark, that's fine. Oh, we have no mission. We could let our manpower reserves recover, which is actually going to work well with having a reduced manpower pool, because it's easier to reach. So yes, I will do that one. And the reward is more tax and less unrest. It's always good. We've done relations with Nice. How's this looking? Nice, who are you? Oh, you don't like us. Why not? Have I done? Oh, I probably have aggressive expansion with you. Had a guess? Yeah, not much though. Truce with Hessen has expired. Fine. We have money that we can spend on things like more temples, which sounds to me like an excellent idea. I think I'll get one there. And we can probably reduce our maintenance further because, oh no, we have not quite replenished our armies. We are getting a lot of power projection. That's good. Plock seems to actually be fighting back against Zemplin and Prussia. Go Plock. No, I'd actually even give you military access so you can get at them. Oh no, it won't, because then they can get at you. Never mind. Okay. Ah yes, I was going to look at this. So we could definitely ask for contribution, which is free money for 10 loyalty. We could let that tick up again and then do demand diplomatic support. No, I wouldn't do demand diplo support. We would get some unrest from the Burghers until loyalty ticks up again to 40. 40 is kind of the safety point. If it's 30, then it's too low and they'll rebel against you. That's fine. I'm not planning to do any development yet, for the time being anyway. We've lost an advisor. That's not good. Plus 10 morale of navies. Nah, fine. Can I vassalize anyone yet? No, because I don't have the relations. So I really should be improving relations with Neumark because you are the older group. Although I could take Magdeburg as well. You still have no allies. Thurcaster, who are you trying to take? You don't want Magdeburg, really? Oh, that is just so tempting. How's my aggressive expansion? It's not great, but it's not that bad either. I'm only vassalizing, I'm not conquering. You know what? Let's do it. Let's move you to Rupin. We need to start improving relations with Neumark because you'll be the next one to vassalize. I could actually... oh no, wait. The place you actually need to check is here, where you have this annexed subjects penalty, which means you cannot really annex anyone for... oh, that expires this year? Never mind then. Basically, it stops you annexing anyone for 10 years, and you always need to check this. This is where it's hidden. It's in the country modifiers. It is not a diplomatic warning. That's caught me out more than once. Very, very important, because while you have the -3 diplomatic reputation, it basically reduces the amount of diplo points you spend on the diplomatic vassalization. If that's below 0, then you're not actually getting any progress, so you'll be stuck trying to vassalize them for years and years and years, which will tie up one of your diplomats and not get you anything. I think there are also other negatives while you're trying to annex someone, so it's bad. Don't do it. Armies are fully ready. That's done. We're going to take Magdeburg for ourselves. We don't need any allies for this. Let's go. And we can turn off the forts because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to need them. Which general are you? Are you the good general? Yes, that's fine then. Oh, we failed that. Not entirely surprised by that. Accumulate money, so you want us to get 127? Not a problem. Especially when we've taken these guys. Okay, you run there. We'll go and squish you. Squish. Now we just need to hold Magdeburg. Game over. Oh, I can get military tech. No, I can't. I'm going to wait until that ticks down, for sure. Because you don't want to spend it while it's ahead of time. I could spend the admin to get workshops, which increases production efficiency, which actually sounds like a good idea, because I have a decent amount of cloth production up here. And I can get a decision. Interesting. What do you do? More tax, more missionary strength for more reform desire. That sounds like a really good idea, because I definitely want to go Protestant eventually. Yeah, fine. No downsides. Do it. Oh yeah. Oh shoot, I just spent the admin. No, that was a really bad decision, because I still need to core stuff. Rats. Okay, that was bad. Should not have done that. Although war exhaustion is not going to recover while I'm at war. So I'll have some time to recover at least. Ooh. Libertas Classier. So they can gain loyalty and influence and prestige, and we gain prestige, or they lose loyalty, we lose papal influence and get even more money. You are not dangerously low. No, you're not. Yeah, so this is basically saying that the clergy have freedom from the crown, or from the Prince Elector. We're not a monarchy, we're a duchy. Yeah, of course you have to contribute. Who do you think you are? This accumulate money mission's feeling easier and easier, to be quite honest. Truce with Potsdam has ended. They're a vassal anyway, so that's irrelevant. And this is going to cost us another diplomatic relation. Ooh, I really need to improve relations with Jülich. They've gone below 100, which is not good. But our improved relations are all the way down to plus 20, so yeah, we need to do that. And 2 people would answer a call to arms, 3 people now, but we're not going to do it because we don't need it. I'd rather save, because that still costs you 10 favours to do. I still want to save those favours for an actual war which will require assistance. Military access from Plock. You're still not beating them back, so no, I'm not giving it to you. Because you still have territories which are under control. And they have a 20,000 man army waiting to jump on you. And it's only me saying no to everyone that's stopping them. Okay, so we lose stability, which is bad, because we have a load of rebels about to appear. Or we gain a bunch of inflation. I don't have anything reducing inflation right now, it's already fairly high. I don't want to spend that, no, we'll do the inflation. Okay, we've won Magdeburg, good. Sue for peace. I want you to become a vassal, and I want all of your monies. Magdeburg would join a coalition. No, you won't, because you're my vassal. Getting a bunch of money, costs me a little bit of diplo. That looks good to me. Get a tiny bit more prestige, but I don't really need it. Do it. Cool, Magdeburg's mine. And we have accumulated money. See, that was really easy. 10 prestige for basically free. So as soon as we can send a diplomat over here, we will once again improve relations. We are still below 50% on the vassals, though it is a bit dangerous now. So we definitely need to annex one of them before we take another one. Magdeburg is so unhappy with us just because their relations are so low. So as soon as that is increased by 200... Now, a good thing with vassals, actually, I should explain this. You can increase relations with vassals by 200, not 100. So vassals are much easier to keep happy, relation-wise, not necessarily liberty desire-wise. We can get another mission. How big's their army then? We could take this one again. Yeah, we definitely need to recover for a while now. Because we are definitely generating quite a lot of aggressive expansion with people. Remember, the magic number is 50. If it hits 50, they can join a coalition. So Oberlausitz is really, really close. They're at 49. Our army is still at full maintenance, so we are going to go and beat up these rebels. As long as you get there before it goes. Go, 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 go. Yes. Easy victory. And the next rebels are going to pop in basically everywhere. So we'll just stay here in the north. Border tensions. We gain a claim on Tuschl, which is Prussian. And actually, this is good that we're bordering Prussia, because once again, they are not in the HRE, they are beyond it. So we can take their territories at will. And this is one of the really strong things about Brandenburg in vanilla, actually, is because they're right on the edge of the HRE. They can push east quite easily. The only problem is Poland is like there. And Poland are big and scary when they have Lithuania. So actually, Polcaster not being allied with, I don't know, what would it be, Muscord probably, is a good thing. We have a CB against them, yes, I know, we have a claim. We are still going to wait one more year for military idea. But how much is that going to cost us? 622. No, we still can't quite get the idea. Oh, we only have to wait 2 months. Their liberty desire is being burnt down pretty quickly. We're still waiting for the rebels, and we'll just kill them because we have a decent army, and this is good for our army tradition. It's practice fighting, basically. We have disloyal estates, that's why we have so much revolt risk. I'd much rather have disloyal estates than estate coups. Estate coups occur when you have too much influence. That did actually happen with the Burkers in our Stormwind game. I keep wanting to call them Stormcaster, but it's not. Speaking of the casters, how's these guys doing? Lancaster and Stormcaster are looking pretty... Well, actually, Stormcaster is precisely how they started. Lancaster's looking strong. They've swallowed up the Highlands. Wessex and Essex still exist in basically untouched. Anjou is spread into Brancaster. Porcaster has swallowed up Baricos. I think it's the one that was in the middle. Has Caster expanded? Caster looks like they've spread into Aracaster. In fact, Porcaster might have slightly too. The Isles are still looking strong. Apulia's consolidated here. Gencaster swallowed up Roma. Remember there were 2 Romes. Brancaster has gone into Serbia, as has Transdanubia. This happens quite frequently. Morecaster kind of pushes south as Caster pushes behind them. It's really quite funny. They'll kind of morph down here, and either they'll lose to these guys and then get destroyed entirely, or they'll take over West Africa. Brancaster looking good. Brancaster has gone completely. Ottocaster is looking quite strong. Brancaster is barely hanging on. Arkpord isn't looking very strong. Muskord is holding its own, but probably losing. Okay, Zemplin will seeds. Oh, wow. Plock 1. Well done, Plock. That's kind of a reversal of fortunes, isn't it? So, Zemplin, I'm guessing, was a 1-province minor? Yeah. Oh, no, 2 provinces. So they lost their capital. Now, why are you so unhappy with me? Because I can improve relations with you a lot, and I have a lot of force vassalized, and okay, it's just a time thing. I have a whole bunch of rebels due to pop, but once they pop, then they have minus like 100 to rebellion risk, so you're safe for about 10 years, which is one of the reasons I'm kind of happy to let them go, because then we can just grow. How's war exhaustion looking? War exhaustion's improving. Here we go, Greasewald. Ooh, 22,000. That's not good. And we're crossing a river. Let's move like that. They will almost certainly take Greasewald in that time. We'll slow down time slightly. We'll move here and then say, attach to me, please. Guys? Okay, you're not going to. We'll have to attack. Now, hopefully these guys will wake up and help us. Oh, we are thrashing them. Jeez. We have the same discipline. So, the way that this works with rebels is discipline's always the same. Your troop quality is the same. I don't know about... Sorry, your troop type is the same. I don't know about troop quality. I'm not sure how you would check that. So you can see here, our cavalry are 10% more powerful than theirs. We have a good leader. They have no leader. So that's probably where the big difference is. And we also have a ton more morale because of our army tradition. That's already at 12% extra morale because of that. And Hussite heretics actually have a base of 1, so they would have whatever our base morale is, but they don't get the same bonuses that we do from prestige and the like. Yeah, we are thrashing them. We haven't even got most of our advantages yet, so how can I check how strong their troops are compared to ours? Does it change the pips? I'm trying to see who's cavalry here. Your cavalry. So you can see the different unit types. You can see these ones have little X's. I don't know if the resolution's going to hold up for you on YouTube, but hopefully. So the X's are infantry, lines are cavalry, and then what's artillery? Totally forgotten what the icon for artillery is. Well, we'll see them later. Cavalry combat ability plus 10%, but it's not showing anything. Regiment strength maybe? No. Flanking range? No. It's not morale. See, I'd kind of expect the shock to be 1.1 or something, but it does say if they have it. So no, they do not have the combat abilities. So that's useful to know. If you want your army to be good and rebels not, do not increase your discipline. They have the same discipline. Likewise with military tactics. Boost up your morale, because they won't get military drill and other things like that, I think. And your soldiers' combat ability is not inherited by rebels. So there you go. That's something I didn't know either. I'd never really studied that in depth. Good to know. So we lost 6,000 men, but we did win that rebel fight. So we just need to recoup. Oh shoot, we are... Yeah, wasting a few military points there. We are now over. We're in fact going to get a 5% discount. So that 660 something is in fact going to cost us 560. So we've saved about 100 military power by not upgrading earlier. We can now get artillery. And we have more tactics and more artillery fire. Well, obviously we have artillery. And we can get this as well. So we're going to get national manpower. Are we still doing manpower reserve? So we're going to wait on getting that idea actually. That's just not going to happen. How is war exhaustion looking? 5%. So you should already see that these costs are decreasing quite a lot. It was, what, 23%, it's now down to 13. And we can go back up to 4 speed because we're just kind of waiting for time to pass. I think Prussia may be our next target. Oh, Danzig especially. That's an amazing... This is probably the strongest trade node in the game. I think maybe Holland rivals it, but look at that. 47 trade power. It's ridiculous because they have the Vistula estuary, which is plus 10, plus they have the coastal center of trade, which is plus another 10. It's huge. Danzig is amazing. So how much does Holland give you? No, it's the same. Okay, so Holland and Danzig are the same. I don't think Antwerpen has that much. Nope. And Danzig is in the Baltic trade node, so I'll be able to push more trade out of the Baltic into Lübeck. Which is good, because usually the Baltic powers actually build this one up quite a lot, because they pull it out of Russia. Although Suzdal is big, so that might be more challenging than usual. Hardy Seaman. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, we could build buildings. We should build buildings. So if we built some workshops, would this generate us more money than building temples? 0.7 from those. There's a 0.10 in Berlin. Berlin I think is a cloth. But otherwise, no, it's the temples that produce more. Or we could build barracks, which would also be a good investment. Not yet, because we don't want the extra manpower. So no, we're going to do taxes in these two at least. No, we still have these guys at 10, but that rebellion is very close to not existing anymore. But I still need to keep my troops at full alert just in case they do appear. Magdeburg has gone down to 62% Liberty Desire. And how is the relation going with Neumark? Neumark's not really increasing. Why? I'm still increasing with you. Aren't I? Oh no, I'm not. Okay. I should really be doing that. Because I can increase your relations by enough that I could annex you. So let's stop with Jülich. You're high enough. It's over 100. And we'll start with Neumark so we can annex them. We could annex either, actually. Potsdam is worth more money, so maybe we should get Potsdam first because it's higher development. That sounds like an excellent idea. But can we increase it enough? Where is your improved relations? Yeah, we absolutely can. Okay, let's start getting ready to integrate Potsdam into our mighty empire. How long on that? Negative manpower, 81, next year. Less than 6 months. No, I need to keep on improving, but I really want to start making some claims on Prussia and preparing for the next fight. But take it easy, Mordred, take it easy. Don't expand too quickly, otherwise you'll collapse. We are growing nicely, though. This has actually been going really well. I can't think of one thing which we've really done badly. We've not lost any wars. We've contributed in other people's wars and kind of built up our own army as a result. Our land tradition is now 48. It's actually decreasing slightly, so we've lost the last tournament bonus, so it's going to decrease down to probably 20 something. So we need to keep in wars to basically make sure that stays up. Oh, we could build more troops. No, we can't. We haven't got the manpower. Never mind. We were actually 3 below our force limit. You want another royal marriage? Of course you do. This partnership between us and Brancaster is pretty good. So here you can see the difference in development. So orange, so it goes red is the lowest, then orange, then yellow, then green. Brancaster's a new pope, okay. Well, new papal control, not a new pope. So we are actually probably richer than Brancaster, which is surprising, because I would expect them to be building themselves up. Brancaster are the other nation that do that. So there's more orange there. That's probably usually mostly red. So Brancaster probably have been investing. How's war exhaustion doing? Down to 2%. It's getting there. Probably saved herself 40 or 50 monarch points for doing that. Rebel faction has stopped growing. Stolp is the only one that could still bite us. And there are things we can do about that, like increasing autonomy, which would decrease unrest to a state where it's almost not dangerous, and then we can drop our maintenance and make quite a lot more money. Marvellous! Oh, and our navy's not doing anything, and we're paying for it. That was a mistake. You should be protecting trade in Lubeck. You lot should be mothballed, so we should make even more money now. Yeah, almost 4. Cool. Oh yeah, we get the extra morale as well when we go up. This is going to be a big boost. Bronze cannons in Hessen. Price of copper has increased by 50%. So yeah, the reason that Berlin's production price is so high is because cloth is worth a lot of money compared to like grain at 2, cloth 3, naval. Oh, they're only 2. I thought they'd be more. So we lose 10 prestige, nobility gain 10 loyalty. I'm going to guess that loyalty. Oh no, nobility loyalty is not an issue. And then 2 national unrest. That is more annoying because these rebels start popping up again just as I've dealt with them. National unrest is still +2. That's mostly because of the overextension of the war exhaustion. Once we get rid of those, then we're fine. So no, it's fine. We'll be okay. War exhaustion's almost gone to the point where we could probably start improving. Doing a 0.1. Is nobility the one where we get more reduction? I think so. Yes. Oh, it's the cost of reduction rather than over time. We could get Diplo Tech. I'm going to hold off on that one because we will start spending Diplo on Diplo annexing. And yes, definitely need to do these before I forget. So before the end of the episode I will start doing it. No longer in the top 10 anything because our armies are not at full morale. I really kind of dislike the fact that it takes into account your total morale, not your like bonus morale. Because if you're at war, then you're going to be earning more military than if you're not. But your military is just as strong. In fact, it's probably stronger because they're not, losing men. What? Oh, wow. Oh, okay. That's not good. Wait, Oberpfalz? Oh, that's... I've never had this before. Well, we've got the war, so we failed that. So at this point, we can go and then get a load more manpower. Our army needs to be full maintenance, which it is. We have got the +10 morale, and we have the extra manpower. I've never personal unioned anyone ever before. This is completely new. And because this is a war of succession, we get all of our allies. Oh man, Oberpfalz, you are so dead. So we're going to inherit Brancaster if we can keep our prestige up, which, so long as we don't lose any wars, we should. Who's it we're fighting? I thought it was them, but it's not. Oberpfalz, oh, it's them. Okay, slightly bigger, but still kind of wimpy. They have a grand total of 9,000 versus our 100 and... what is that? 10,000 men? I didn't think we even had a royal marriage with Brancaster, did we? How on earth did that happen? I'm sure we didn't have a royal marriage with them. Oh, we did? Oh no, that's just the union. How on earth did that happen? Were they this? No, they couldn't have been the same dynasty. I'm not complaining, I'm just amazed. Okay, cool. Well, that's going to be an easy way for us to expand. And on that bombshell, I'm going to leave it at that, and we'll fight the war in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe if you're enjoying this, because I certainly am right now. This is actually proving to be a really fun game. I'm enjoying this massively. please do let me know if you have any tips or advice. I'm always very happy to read them, and I'm sure you have one or two things to say at this point. They're going to get completely squished. This is hilarious. Okay, thanks very much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.